How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another player interview. This time with Ruben, who came third place with King Piccolo at the CardMarket series. Do you want to say hi, Ruben?
Hello, everyone.
So, as like with the last one, we're going over the some deck lists from the CardMarket event, and Ruben managed to pilot his King Piccolo list, which is quite a unique list, all the way to third place, going 6-1. What was your reasoning for taking using King Piccolo as your deck of choice, Ruben?
I feel pretty comfortable with the deck. Like, I find that it has a lot of defensive cards, but also free cards that are pretty offensive. So, to my mind, it was a deck that you could easily top with. To my mind, it's maybe a deck difficult to win an event with it, but it's a deck that assures. No, maybe it's not the English word assure. Like to be maybe 100% sure to top with it.
Yeah, like a guaranteed top.
Yes, this is what I want to say. So it was a deck that could probably guarantee me a top. So yeah, because we have a lot of answers against every current meta deck.
Yeah, like you've got things like Violent Rays for Dark Broly, and you've got like
exactly.
the Unison and Yamcha for things that go wide.
We have the Topo to stop launch. We have the we have the Tambourine and the King Piccolo, the new ruler, to aggress blue decks. We have the Unison and Piano to draw a lot of cards against any deck. So yeah, basically it is a very control deck, but also a very aggressive deck. So that's why I chose it. And I tried to make it even more control by playing cards that decrease power of the opponent's battle cards. To be sure to have several several win conditions. Imagine it happens two times in this event that someone went all in with a double striker 20k. And then I just did the Whis super combo and one Frieza Death Ball. And yeah, he was like, oh, fuck, I just went 75 double strike, but I need to kill my battle card. So yeah, I think it's pretty strong. I don't need a lot of energy, and that's why I chose the deck.
Yeah, because that actually is a good shout of because you've got quite a few interesting texts like with the Wii Super Combo in there, which I imagine caught a lot of people off guard.
Sorry, it was I couldn't hear you.
Like you've got quite a few interesting texts, so things like the Wii Super Combo. I imagine that took a lot of people off guard when you dropped that on them.
Yes, yeah. Well, I chose it's if you look at the most of the King Piccolo leaders, they often play the Namekian super combo like 4 times. And first, I wanted to play that super combo also, but then because it's searchable, and when it's searchable, yeah, it's very strong to be able to search a super combo. But then every time I did the X Evolve card, when I was able to search any of my Namekians, I never went for the super combo. I always went for the King Piccolo Saiyan for defensive if I was in a bad situation, or for the King Piccolo, the new ruler, if I was in a good situation and if I want to aggressive a bit more. So that's why I decided not to play them the super combos, because I was like, okay, every time when I can search them, I don't need it. So I was like, okay, maybe my opponents will expect the Namekian super combo, so that's why I won't play it, and I will play several super combos.
That does sound like a smart strategy.
The Whis was quite cool because it has the several combos. Like if I Wolfang Fist, the attacking battle card already loses 15k, and then it's easy with Whis to kill the battle card. I can also combo the Yamcha Merciless Barrage and then finish with the Whis. The Reddit was also a very good card because in offensive steps or in defensive steps, I am very King Piccolo player is very fast at 4 life because we can choose when we take life or not, or when we want to defend. It's quite easy. So the Reddit was also good because sometimes we have energy open. We have several times like the King Scion or something that we can't use, and then we play the Reddit, and we often draw like maybe Topo, maybe testing the opposition, maybe a Frieza Deathball, maybe a Violent Race, and that's a lot of good defensive. So I really liked both of the super combos, better than the Namekian super combo.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Do you recall what matchups you had for the event? Like, what was your what you played against, and what was your loss?
So I played against Android 18 to start, like the mill, the mill version. I was quite terrified because I was like, I already draw a lot. I can't play around that because when I awake, I draw 3 cards, put a life. The piano must draw. I can choose not to play it, but I need to play it to see my deck work very good, well. So I was scared on his turn 4. But my opponent decided to attack with his leader on his turn 4, and I was like, okay, Violent Race. So even if he could play the Frieza after, I was not scared, and that's what happened. So and he couldn't see his Hachiak, so I killed him on my turn 4. So that was the Android 18. But then I played against Dark Broly twice. I really have a very good deck against Dark Broly. It's almost a free win. Too many cards that counters it, that counters the deck. Too many free stuff that I play. Too many hand cards. It's quite easy to play against Dark Broly if you play that deck list. This deck list. So I won 2 of the Dark Brolys. Then I played against Android 21. That was a weird match because I thought that he would play again the Frieza 5 cost, but it was a whole several deck. So he was ramping and trying to put the new Battle Evolution card, the Android 17, 18 that can look at my hand and put 2 cards in my in rest mode in my energy, but it was too slow for my deck. My deck went so fast that I could kill him on turn 4. And then my loss, my only loss of the day was against, and it was my only fault. It was against the winner of the event. It was against Mecha Frieza.
Yeah.
And yeah, he played well. But I wouldn't say that he won. I would say I lost because I play against. In my team. There is a player whose name is Mert Dalmis. Normally everyone knows him because he almost top everywhere when he's playing. So Mert Dalmis, who also play Mecha Frieza, and I play so much against him that I can afford to against Mert to play the Unison on turn 2 while untapping every energy. I don't care because Mert attacks with 3 cards at maximum, and in my hand I had Yamcha, the Sign King, I had testing the opposition and Wolfen. So I was like, okay, I have 4 free counters, and I have a Unison on 3 markers. I was like, okay, let's go. I will all in. And the problem was, it's very complicated to. Yeah, that wasn't the worst choice of my event because it was a best of 1. So I couldn't know which version my opponent would play, and he wasn't playing the 8th version. He was playing a very aggressive deck, and that was a bad decision because he did assemble, and he could play 4 Basil. So he attacked with Basil, then attacked a swing with the leader, combo with Basil, play assemble, draw 2 cards, play Basil, draw a card, again a Basil effect, go to 19, attack with it, then kill it with Belmont, and I was like, whoa, how many times will he summon and play cards? And it was very aggressive, and I couldn't win I couldn't win. And the problem was I had 2 violent rays in hand. So this situation wouldn't be bad if I just didn't play. If I just waited one more time, one more turn with the Piccolo unison, because normally King Piccolo has the matchup against Mecha Frieza. That's my opinion, but I have the matchup against Mecha Frieza, and I was like, okay, I have the matchup. I'm very confident when I play against Mert Delmis. So yeah, let's play the unison. And that was my bad choice, because if I keep my 2 energy open and on his first attack just violent race, well, I would have another violent race in my hand for the next turn, and I would be able to play my unison, and I would also know which version of his deck he would be playing. So yeah, I lost. I lost because I felt too comfortable, too confident. I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't care about one. I don't care about one assemble because I have the Yamcha in hand. But like, he played 3 assemble. He played Belmod. He played. He even played Overreal Bardock that throws 2 and discard 1. So he discarded the Virus. Then I tried to play Drum, but when I played Drum, he played his one-off, like the Tyrannic Blow that negates my Drum. Then, because of the leader ability, he puts my Drum in rest mode, and because of the Tyrannic Blow, he negates my Unison effect. And I was like, okay, he has every answer to everything I'm doing, so this will be very tough match.
Yeah.
And I end by losing. Maybe bad choice. Maybe, yeah. The only thing I could say is, like, I waited to have 3 life to playing the counter, testing the opposition. So I went to 2 life, and then when my opponent attacked with Basil, I was like, okay, let's. It was his last Basil. It was his 4th Basil. He already did Overrealm, and I was like, okay, maybe I could try to take this one and then block the next one. And he did Final Flash against me, so I couldn't have another blocker, and it was done. The game was over. So, but I didn't have anything in my hand to defend, so I was like, maybe I could try to bluff, and so that he wouldn't all in with his attack, then the next block, but I couldn't do anything. And he finished with huge power, and he couldn't combo out. So I lost. That was against the Mecha Frieza, but I still was at 5-1, and then I was the only player who well, no, I was the player who played against the other 6-0 person. My last round was against Green Gotex, against a very nice player, and I had a good, I say ranking, but I don't know the real word. Like, even when I was at 5-1, I was able to play someone who was at 6-0.
So you had like really strong tiebreakers.
Yes, that's what I mean. And the funny thing was, if I won and Mert won the match, well, that means that he would be, because Mert was in the finals against the other Mecha Frieza that won against me. And I was like, if I win or if I draw against that Gotenks deck, then if Mert wins his match, the day is over, because he would be the only person at perfect. So I was like, okay, I really need to focus a lot on this last match, because if I win and Mert wins, then he is the champion of the day, and because he's a teammate, yeah, that I would be proud of him.
Yeah.
And yeah, the game is starting. I feel that he is very comfortable with his deck. Every time I asked how many cards he had in hand, he was like 12 cards, 15 cards, and I was like 7 cards, 8 cards, very less than him. But I went all in with my leader when he had 2 life. I did Frieza Deadball, furthering Champa, Double Strike, and then comboed with 1 super combo and the Saiyan King, and yeah, I could win thanks to that. So I was proud, but then I heard that the other Mecha Frieza player won, and I was really surprised that Double Mecha Frieza was in the finals of the CardMarket series.
Yeah, because it's been out. It's been out for a
GG
bit.
to them.
Yeah, because Mecha Frieza hasn't been in the previous ones. It hasn't been doing that well until this one. We had 3. Because I think the one before it, we only had 1. That came in 16th, which I think is the same guy who came first. And then for instance, this one just gone. It ended up being at least 3 topping and quite a few, I think, in the event as well.
Yeah, I was really surprised. They must be very good pilots because, to my mind, one mistake with a Mecha Frieza deck and you lose the game. So they must be very GG to them because it's not an easy choice to play Mecha Frieza, and they were all very nice players. This was one of the nicest events I have done. Because everyone was losing or winning, they were all so nice. So I wanted to thank the players that I played against. I don't have all their names, but I add them on Untap and no, not on Untap, on Discord, and I really will play against them and will continue training with them.
So it sounds like you did have quite a fun day then. Like enjoyed the experience, and the. But with the players and playing the deck as well.
Yes, well, it was very, very fun. I am a player who plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And now that for one of the first times I did a cam event, I felt there was a different atmosphere. Like, people in DBS are very, very kind. Like, it's a different feeling than playing on Yu-Gi-Oh! So I really liked it, and I really liked the community of the DBS players. So I really enjoyed everything that day, and I wanted to say that I'm thankful for the Team 9 Live to recruit me in their team, because I'm the new player of the Team 9 Live, and I'm proud of them because we went with 7 players of the Team 9 Live doing this event, and 5 of the 7 players are in top 16.
That is quite an achievement. And what I'll do is as well is if anybody wants to check out your team's channel as well, I'll put a link to the Team 9 Life YouTube channel so people can check them out. Because I think you'll have your deck profiles from Mert and stuff on there, so they can check out those.
Yeah, that you can all find them there. Yes.
But if you were to go into another event, because I think there might be some more regionals coming up soon. Would you take this deck again? And if so, would you make any changes to it at all?
Okay, well, if it all depends on set 13. If you tell me to play King Piccolo, including set 13, I would say that King Piccolo, to my opinion, is still in the meta. I played the new famous set 13 decks. Like, I played a lot King Vegeta, is very strong. I played Meki Kabura, is very surprising. I tried Cold, but Cold has different bad matchups against red decks, and they all are very surprising. The meta will change a bit. There will be decks of set 12 that will disappear, and the set 13 decks will appear. But it is still one of the best decks of the meta, the King Piccolo.
Yeah, because so, just like with Dark Broly, you get to play a lot of stuff for free.
Yeah, as red is really good to my mind. Like, as long as Topo can stop turns, as long as Violent Race can stop turns, the free cards that you can play from your life, the free draws, the unison that can clear the whole board, because thanks to your X Evolve, you can put a card to 35k or maybe 40k, and then the -2 of the unison that clears the whole board. It is still good. It's still a very good deck. So yes, you can. If King Piccolo players, if players want to buy the King Piccolo, but they're not sure that it would still be in the meta, well, my opinion is it will clearly stay in the meta.
Mm-hmm. So with the one thing I do want to do is go over a few techs. Like so you have the standard King Piccolo core with like 4 of the the Reign of Terrors, apart from the Tambourine, because of its, I imagine only 3 because it's got unique, and with the 3/3/3/2 on the Scion and the Ever King Piccolo cards. What was your reason for running one of the King Piccolo Evil Dictator?
It is, I was thinking on cutting it before I played 2. I was playing 2 of the promos, the promo that can take a life and combo with the life, the first step to revival, and I was playing 2 Evil Dictators. And then when I looked at all the meta decks, I was like, okay, the Evil Dictator, actually, I cannot play it against everyone because it's still 1 energy, so sometimes you must be careful for your energy. Also, it's not easy to have every time like enough of power on the field in the battle area to be able to play it. So you needed several combo pieces to be able to play the Evil Dictator. But then I was like, and also red is more and more played where I am in France. There are more and more players who play red. So I was like, okay. Also, if I start attacking and they violent race, well, again the Evil Dictator is useless. But there are matches like against Dark Broly, it is a very good card. Against blue decks, it is a very oppression card. Like it makes a lot of pressure, even if you cannot finish it. They discard a lot of cards thanks to this, and it has deflection. So I like the card. It can make. I feel very comfortable if when I see me having the King Piccolo Time to Fight, so the card that boosts Demon Clans, and the Evil Dictator. I'm like, okay, I know that I have like between 7 and 12 attacks this turn, but my opponents don't. So I can easily like swing with every battle card and don't give combo power. Don't discard cards to boost the power. And my opponent will every time or take a life or discard cards for defending. So and then I can easily finish game with Evil Dictator. So it's still a good card to my opinion. It's surprising because now that not a lot of players are playing it, I like to play cards that they would not expect. And it's a card that can help me having battle cards in my drop, so that I can be able to play the Overrealm.
Yeah.
Because again, Overrealm is not played in every King Piccolo deck, because most of the time the cards that you have in your drop are Demon Clans, and Demon Clans are used to put under the Unison to draw 1 card with the symbol effect. But the fact is that when you play the Evil Dictator, they were like, okay, they are full tapped. If I can combo out the Evil Dictator, then it's finished. Well, no, you have still a surprise. You have still the Bardock. You have still the King Piccolo, the new ruler. So yeah, your opponents will never know how many attacks you have left, and that's why I like the Evil Dictator. He gives you just 2 attacks more. And maybe I'm talking a bit much, but the turn you play the Evil Dictator, you know that you will all in. It's your last turn, so that means that you are able to swing with your drum also.
Yeah.
And that feels so good, because when you attack with drum, and when the opponent allows you that doesn't counter, you can also brain the opponent, and you can all in with the drum. Like boost the drum and all in with the drum, because then you're not scared about the heroine lineage, the new SCR. How many times I played drum and finished with drum, and they were like, okay, I played lineage, and I was like, yeah, but he has barrier, so you need to take something else than the drum. And so it feels safe if you know that you can attack with drum, and you know it's your last turn. Well, you feel safe while attacking with drum.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty useful information for anybody else trying to pick up the deck. That some people want, because not everybody thinks of things like that. With because heroines and lineages are secret rare. gained popularity because of how good it is. And speaking of secret rare, how do you feel about using the Kai? Was it a good choice? Do you regret it? Would you choose a different secret rare than it?
So the Kai, like the week before, I won the nine life. I won the nine life event, and I was playing another sort of deck list because I didn't have all the cards. So I didn't have the Overrealm, I didn't have the Kai, I didn't have the testing the opposition, and I didn't have my third violent race. So my deck list was a bit different, and I was playing the lineage heroine. The problem was, I was like, okay, let's play Heroine Lineage because it's a new card, not everyone knows it, and it's very surprising. That's what I thought. But the problem was, everyone was playing around it. So finally, every time I had it in hand, they were playing around it, and they were always trying to finish with Leader or Unison, or a card that has Barrier, or is above the 7 cost. So I was like, okay, the only thing that could be useful with the lineage heroine is when I play it on my turn. But when I play it on my turn, it cost myself an energy, and I couldn't do the stuff that I want. Like, I can't do X Evolve into and then play the Evil Dictator because it depends on how many energy I still have left. So I was like, okay, let's try the Kai for the next event because too many players are playing around the lineage. And actually, Kai really helped me in the event because I played against blue decks, and that Kai that can get rid of the unison of a blue deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's just amazing. They do not come back. It's they won't come back when you clear the unison. It's not only against them, but also sometimes people when I play in a mirror match, and they decide to swing with the King Piccolo time to fight first because then he can boost cards or something, and also trying to play around the violent race. Well, you can play the Kai, and they will not attack with the unison, and they will not attack with their leader. So it is also strong against other decks, and clearing a mirror match board is also having more chance to win. So I would prefer the Kai for the moment. I'm not telling that it is the best SCR in the deck and that you absolutely need it, because I'm not sure how good it is in set 13. Now I'm starting to be focused on set 13. Maybe it's too early, but yeah, because there are decks like King Vegeta. When I play the Kai, I can get minus 40k at the moment I play the Kai. So yeah, it's maybe not that good anymore. So we will see. We will see what will happen. But for the moment, I was very, very satisfied with the Supreme Kai.
Okay.
Against any deck, but everyone knows why, because only one cost. Even if you don't do the ability, you can on the opponent's turn. You can play it, and then the opponent can't attack with unison and can't attack with the leader card. That's very strong. Also, when you play it on your turn, it is for one energy a 40k attacker. That's just 40k. That's just so much, even in King Piccolo, because you have so many little attacks, and then you can finish with the Kai. It's just so strong.
Yeah, because even if you get in the 2, you can finish off that by for 2 energy, drop the Kai in a battle, and then swing with it and drop Champ on it to go for 50k double strike. Then for very little cost.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also you have so many combos with it. You don't always need to play the Kai to do her effect of like the effect that one energy to clear the whole board of the opponent. You don't always need to do it. You can just put pressure, and even that they will never defend the Kai. Like, you attack with 40k, you keep 40k. If your opponent defends it, well, you don't mind. They discard so many cards in hand that they won't be able to come back, because King Piccolo swings so many times with his battle cards on your turn that they wouldn't have enough of defense to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's been. So it did so the deck did perform really well, and the secret rare, you're going to stick with you would prefer to stick with that. Apart from that, is there anything else? Is there before we wrap this up as well? Is there any shout outs you want to give or anything else you want to comment with regarding the deck?
Yeah, a lot of shout outs, but I will do very quick. Thank you, John, of the member of the Team 9 Live, because he sent me the Overium, the Kai, the Violent Race. I could not afford those cards, and he was like so nice to say, okay, just give me your address and I'll send you, and don't worry, you can play every event with it if you want. So thank you, John. Thank you, the Team 9 Live. There are a lot of members, so I won't say every name, but like, thanks for training every time with me, to be so kind. And happy birthday, Mert, because it's the birthday of Mert Delmis, so that's nice to say it in the video.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Mert, if he's watching.
and yeah, thanks for everyone. Thanks for the organization of CardMarket series, and hopefully you're all doing well. I see that real events will come back very soon, at least normally in June here in France. So hopefully we can see each other in real events then.
Yeah, hopefully soon, because I can't wait to have real life events back.
Yes, that's very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, thank you for coming on to do a little interview and go over your deck for the channel, and just to basically give a bit more to give some detail on your list and your tech choices and stuff, and the show, like, for anybody else that's interested in playing King Piccolo or is playing King Piccolo, some ideas that they might not have picked up on that they could help for future ones.
I could maybe say something for King Piccolo players that just start King Piccolo, and because King Piccolo has a bad, well, I talk a lot with King Piccolo players, and they're always telling me like we have a very bad matchup against Shin Shenron, the aggressive version, because they are able to put us to 3 life, and then finish us with a triple striker. Well, I can tell several techniques to just be more safe against that deck. Like, don't play the piano, search for the Wolfang Fists, don't waste your energy on your time, wait for him to put the penguin, I don't know the name, the Rage, I think Rage in run.
Yeah, Rage
the
in
penguin.
Run.
When he swings with the penguin, you Wolfang it. If you Wolfang it, it's end of his turn, because normally after the penguin, he clears the penguin for the Omega Shenron, copies the penguin, etc., etc. If he don't have any penguin in game, then he can't continue his combos. That's the first thing. So you win a turn, and then you can awaken on your next turn. So that's a good thing to know. Also, you can do testing the opposite. Testing the opposite is a quite good card here, because when you are at 3 and he wants to triple strike, you do testing the opposite. You go to 2 and you're able to awaken then. Even if you have several more attacks, you're able to awaken and maybe use the leader ability. And if you placed a drum in your life on your turn 1, then you're able to survive anyway, because you would have 2 blockers and 2 life and awaken, so draw 3 new cards, gain a new life, etc., etc. That's also something that you could do.
Yeah, that's a good advice. I imagine anybody watching would appreciate that.
Okay, fine.
But thank you for coming on, and I hopefully see you again getting on here next time. When you top again as well, when we get more events.
Yes, hopefully. Thank you for inviting me. You're very nice. And if I do other videos, I will contact you if I am able to top again.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. For now, thank you for coming on, and we'll see everybody in the next video. Bye for now.
Oh.